Okay, let's have a look at this thing during the daytime. Wasn't too bad to set up at night, as you've seen. I'd say after setting up once, I could definitely do this in probably 25 minutes, maybe a half an hour one guy. But you take a look, you got a lot of steaks. If this thing was on a windy day, a snowstorm, any type of real bad weather, oh heck yeah, this thing would stay down. Now you notice my steaks aren't all the way in. But this is crazy. How well designed. I wonder if it's dry because I wet it down like they said to do. And it's still a little bit wet. I watered it down with the hose, but it does feel tighter. It felt a lot looser. I think I would buy some water repellent and hit all the stitching. That spray stuff, just to be sure, is what I think I do. So I'll put this at the beginning of the video. You guys see what this thing looks like set up. And then the longer video will have me setting it up at night. And you can see it. And like I said, if you're going to buy one of these and you want, and more than one person's going to be in it, I would probably go with the 13. This is the 10 foot is what I would go with. I'd get as much as you can afford. The bigger the better. That's what I would do. Now move to the other side, which means you're going right to the back. Take both stakes with you and the hammer. Now you should look at where you just put this stake in and look straight across. There should be a stake on the other side now. Right about there somewhere. Got it? Give it a little pull before you put it in and start banging. I kind of want the plastic inside as tight as possible. Now this tent even has a where you can put a stove on it. You got to buy a stove and then you got to cut it. It is flame retardant. It is water repellent. Now once we have it set up and all the lines done and everything pretty snug, we're supposed to take the hose and water it down, and that's to make the canvas tighten up. I am kind of excited to see how this thing looks. And stick around because I will show some video of it during the daytime when the sun comes up to have a better look at it. But this is interesting to see what it's like for one guy to put the tent together. Keep going, keep going. Somewhere over there. Give it a little pull. Is that the bottom? You sure? Okay, put it in. Let me see that. That's hard there.
Yeah.
I think there's a rock there. Okay, watch out. How come this is up so far?
What?
The stake, you didn't put it down very far. There's a stake here. Right there, we're missing one stake. Light. Right there.
Whoa.
Give me that pole. Give it here. Big chains. My God, that's a big pull. So that's got to go in like that. Interesting. Put that one together. Okay, grab this top. 2 hands lift up. I'm going to go in. Well, at least I think I'm going to go in. Wiggle my body. Oh. I have no idea where this goes. Oh, there it goes. Okay. There's a big leather patch at the top. And then there's a circle on the floor. Okay, give me the other pole. Hold it. And there's a rubber thing on the end of this thing. Now, one thing about tents, in all my years of experience, if you look close, like look here, notice there's a seam there stitched. You see that? Well, what do we got here?
Yeah, the rope.
Is there a seam over there?
Yeah.
You see that? Mm-hmm. Now, when we extend this, right, we want to follow the seam out. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Not this way, not that way. You see what's happening?
Yeah.
We want to go the same as the seam does, right?
Yeah.
So go ahead. What are you doing? I hope you're taking it apart right. And you're not undoing the knot.
Yeah, knot's right here.
Well, it's supposed to go like this when you get it. You're supposed to just pull it. And then you take the metal thing, right?
Yeah.
And bring that down about halfway or so. You done there? Come over here.
What?
When you're done there, come over here. You can see it starting to take shape. See, you can see, I don't know if you see that on camera, but if I go over too far, you'll see how it loosens up. If you get it right on the seam, and if you go too far, you'll get like a wrinkle. You want to get it right on that seam, and then it'll line up really well. We're not going all the way in, right? I do have to take them out. And I'm not even seeing in the daytime yet. Now this is the 10 by 10 feet all the way around is what this is. You may want to get the one above this, because from what I can see, it looks like it's good enough, the 10 foot for 2 men. Now if you put a stove in, it's probably good enough for 1 man and plus gear. I won't be running a stove because I got really high-end sleeping bags. I don't need a stove. And I really don't like running stoves because if you go watch other people's videos, you'll see they tore their floor apart. They got embers all over the floor. It was just horrible. Really, you have to get some type of fireproof rug, like they use, like a tarp, like they use for welding, and lay it across the floor before you even consider that, I would think. Now a lot of stoves that go inside tarps or tents, or they usually have no floor, is what they have. They all done? Okay, walk around, take a look. Don't hit your foot. Just tighten it up a little bit. This one's over too far. It should have been over here more. You see that? That should have been over here. You weren't on the seam at all. Hold it. See what happens when you mess up?
Yeah.
What happens?
I'll do it again.
You gotta do it again. Got it?
Yeah.
It's very important you don't mess up, right? And don't be afraid to make them do it over. That's how they learn. I don't know how you did with this one. Okay, he can stand up in there, and I think he's 6'5", 11", something like that. And there's still quite a bit above him. So one guy could, well, two people could stand up and dress in there pretty easy. And I got the one door open, is what I got. So that works pretty good. Looks so cool at night, don't it? Okay, let's set up a couple of cots and see how they go together. Okay, this is a 10-footer. And I guess they made it white so it would throw more light, would be my guess. And there's your StoveJack. But that is a nature hike cot that you see there. Is what I got. And I'll give you another tip. If you buy some moving blankets and you lay them down inside the tent, you'll protect your floor a little bit better. But you can get 2 of those nature hikes in here. You're not going to get like a double wide cot in this particular tent. The door's a little short. You got to crouch over getting in. So if you want to be super roomy, I would say try to go as big as you can. If you want super room. But if you're going compact and you don't mind having one cot, some gear on the right, this would be awesome for one guy. You could get 2 guys in here, but you're not going to get a whole lot of gear. You can get 2 guys sleeping pretty comfortable with 2 cots. Now you sleep on the ground, yeah, you might manage to get 3 guys in here. Is what you can get. But I would classify this as, and understand something with tents, they're all the same. They say 4-man, they're 3-man. They say they're 3-man, they're 2-man. That's just the way it is. Now, because it doesn't have vestibules and stuff like that, then you don't have any place to put gear, so you're forced to bring your gear in. Now, behind the hammock, you got some gear you can put back there. You can see out the window if you're on this particular cot. But I would classify it as a 1-man with gear, comfortable tent is what I would classify this as. And if you want it to be a 2-man comfortable, then I would go to like a 13-footer or something. I would go bigger. It would also give you more room when you're actually coming in the door. But if you don't mind crouching down a little bit, you don't mind, the cot. I got lots of room here on the right. If I had a stove in here, oh, there's no way you're getting 2 guys in here. It'd be 1 guy if you're going to run the stove. But and I'm sitting on a chair here is what I'm doing, and I got enough room sitting off to the side. 2 guys could sit on chairs here quite comfortably. So you'll see he's on the cot, and he can see out that little window there. He's got a really good hanging outfit there, but lots of things in it where you put your cell phone, wallet, handgun, you know, things like that you could put over there. But it's good for 2 men sleeping, but the gear would be tight. Definitely great for 1 man in gear. And you can set this up with 1 man. I'm quite impressed. This would be a good hunting camp for a week. It really would. Now, if it was raining all week, it would be a little tight. You might want to get something a little bigger than this. All right, I'll catch you guys on the next one.